Hello, I'm Colin Green, and you are listening to Spike Pit.
Hey Colin, it's BJ. I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying listening to your live play with Curse of Strahd. It's great to hear. I like listening to you guys play. It's great that you're getting to do it with family, and I really appreciate so far the way you guys role play in character and also kind of problem solve the encounters you come across without a lot of resorting to violence. You know, you're interacting with NPCs and looking for other solutions, and I feel like anybody who found themselves in Barovia would probably be remiss to do anything too outlandish or over the top for fear of, you know, getting Strahd's attention, or, you know, it's just a scary place. I think everybody would be on their toes and try to be as low-key and subtle and creative as possible. So you guys are doing great. Keep doing those. I like hearing them.
Big thanks then to BJ the Arcane Alienist for his kind words and keen observation. Yeah, Ravenloft definitely has a flavour all of its own. It's a very perilous seeming realm, and one is conscious not to kind of stir up too much trouble. Often in the D&D game you can end up swaggering around, doing pretty much what you fancy, I guess, as big damn heroes. But yeah, enjoying the Ravenloft sessions and the slightly different feel puts me in mind a little bit of Warhammer and the known world, which is always good. And we catch up with our adventurers, funnily enough, getting into some vampire talk in this episode. Hope you enjoy. You heard about our town, no doubt.
Yes, with the burning of the house and the vampire spawn. A mighty deed, I might say.
I said, have you heard much about these vampires spawn in your travels since you've been in?
They must be bled by a full vampire, I believe. One bite makes them his frows, his spawn, if you will.
Yeah.
And a second bite seals the deal and makes them a vampire in their own right. But I believe as a frow, they must do his bidding, or they.
So
whether they will it or not.
It wouldn't be in his interest, you think, to give him another bite and make him independent?
Well, an independent would make a rival.
That's right. So it suits him to keep him in this kind of subservient.
That's what I was thinking.
The promise of
vampires.
But what I've heard of Strahd is he's always looking for his successor or a wife.
It wouldn't be that difficult.
Right. And they're like considerably weaker than Strahd would be. You would think.
What, zombies?
Oh God, yes. Gods, by the gods, yes, they'd be weaker than Strahd.
So what sort of powers do you reckon this Strahd would have then? If he's going to be, what do the legends say?
I understand that not only is Strahd a formidable warrior, but I also believe he's a wizard of some repute.
I have crap saving
double the danger, if you like.
I have -3 wisdom.
Cheers.
He's got. So he's a warrior and a wizard.
Yes.
And a vampire. Oh, no problem then.
A lethal
combination,
yeah.
A one-man army.
Cheers, buddy. I heard a story that a great wizard did challenge him just over a year ago.
And we also heard this.
Apparently, it's why Barovia is quite empty and so dull now. Apparently, a fair number of the villagers followed this wizard to their doom. I cannot blame this wizard.
Did you see the ghostly procession when you was in Barovia?
I heard mention of it, but I didn't witness it with my own eyes.
We did.
I have no reason to distrust it.
Yeah, no, it is a thing. It is a thing. Sadly, apparently they are the the restless souls of all those that have gone up against Strahd and failed. I have no desire to join the procession, I must say.
So say we all, my friend, and he sort of lifts his glass up and sort of knocks it back. Simon and Gut, you sort of come into the bar and you see Biff sort of stood next to or sat next to Rick Tarvo.
Yeah, we'll go in and join them.
He sort of, as you come over again, you can see again. He's like, you know, I just want a bit of peace, you know.
You ain't gonna get it here.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm gonna.
We don't, so what should he?
I'm gonna try and cast another spell.
Oh no.
Okay.
Do I notice that you're gonna do that, or do you make it? Did you mention it on the way there?
I'll probably mention it on the way. I'm gonna see if I can convince our friend to tell me about Rudolph. So I'm gonna try my suggestion spell once again.
Is that verbal and somatic components?
It's verbal and VMM.
Oh, so it's only verbal and material. So it's not somatic.
It's a test, wasn't it?
It's a wisdom saving throw. 13, I think.
I've got a feeling this guy might be quite wise. Yeah.
Oh no, he's still
You
flushing.
should try and go. I've got
So basically,
I've got
what I was going to try is I say, "Oh, Rick Tarvo,
Ricky.
I was just wondering if you could tell me anything you know about Rudolph van Richten."
And he sort of looks dead in the eyes, and you can see he's like fighting that. He's like, no more than I've already told you, my friend. He looks like he's straining. He's proper fighting it.
You can. Yeah.
So does that?
If memory serves, he was a monster hunter.
But you haven't
A
seen
good
him
one.
recently.
I've not seen him with my own eyes, no.
So all he
Not
told
in
me.
Barovia.
Are you sure?
So he told me.
He does. There's literally sweat beading on his head where he's fighting this suggestion.
Are you very, very
So does
sure?
that mean? Does that? I don't know if I know if he's failed. Or not.
I think you'd know. I mean, it's like a DC.
No, it don't matter, does it?
13 check.
He's telling you about it at the moment, so...
Well, he's not
Yeah, but he
really.
ain't telling me anything else. So
He said he hasn't seen him
No, but he's.
in Barovia.
if I said tell me everything about it, if it was him, for instance, he changed his name, he would say, "Oh yeah, that's me. I've changed my name." So
Maybe you've got to ask him more questions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not mind control. It's mind control, isn't it? Really.
well, but it's meant to be a one-off sort of suggestion rather than.
Yeah.
When did you last see him?
Good try command.
It's just my mother's friend is very worried about his disappearance. I really want to try and get to the bottom of it, and you're the only person that has seemed to have, heard or seen anything of him. And your caravan is very similar in description to the one I was given as well.
And he's just sort of, there's a lot of vein bulging out the side of his head. And he says, "Come to my room." And he gets up, you two stay there. And
I said, "I won't be long, gentlemen."
he goes up, he sort of goes straight up the stairs, and it does raise a few eyebrows. So this sort of way he sort of bolt upright and sort of stomps across the room. He looks annoyed as well.
Yeah, well, people can tell that he's annoyed, I think.
Yeah, because this bloke's usually quite jovial and he seems quite stiff and stressed.
Mm.
And he sort of stomps across the room up to the stairs that lead up to the private rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of, opens his door like, "Come in."
Yep.
And he slams it shut. And he says, "My friend, you are most persistent and you're causing me problems."
I do not mean to cause you any problems, but you must understand that This woman is in great distress, wanting to know what's happened to her. This Rudolph. And you're my only lead.
And at that, he pulls his hat off, and there's like a shimmer, and there's this old fella stood there, quite an old-looking fella. I am Rictavo. I am von Rudolph. What's his name? Rudolph van Richten. This is my disguise.
Ah, yes, you do seem quite
It's
similar.
imperative that Strahd does not know I'm here. He has spies everywhere. This is why I have the hat, and he's, bangs it, and it's.
I'll lower my voice as soon as he says that.
And he's like, I cannot. If he discovers that I'm here, he has always caught wind that I'm here. I cannot have my disguise blown, or he will destroy all of my plans.
Tell me that guy's
May I ask what your plans are?
I am old, Scion. I do not have much life left in me. All my life I have hunted monsters. Vampires are my speciality. But Strahd, he is something else. I'm gathering all the intelligence I can and killing his minions who I can. And, you can see he's quite stressed, I've lost everything to this life.
You do understand that we're potentially allies, and as we're here for the same reason.
Well, that issue is now forced upon me, my friend, from your... And he smiles, your persistent badgering. Now my secret is known. It is now known to, someone else. And should you be captured and taken under the duress, then I myself am at risk. And this...
Yes, I understand.
And I've always worked alone, apart from my one assistant that I left outside of Barovia. I forbade her to follow me. Everyone that comes near me dies. And he sort of looks you dead in the eyes. I do not have friends because they die. I do not have family. They've all died. And it's gone from this sort of quite jovial half elf to this grumpy old Victor Meldrew vampire hunter, if you like.
Yeah.
Curmudgeonly old man.
It's just like, I understand you, and if we're allies against Strahd, then.
And what is your relationship with I'll give him the name of this woman.
And he smiles and says she was a friend I had to leave before my enemies found her. I have enemies outside of Barovia, not the whole of the Forgotten Realms.
Okay, well if one day I manage to see her again, I'll tell her you've made a new life somewhere else. But that is...
You can see he's sort of touched. But if you've come here looking specifically for me, I fear she's put you in danger.
But that was the start of my search before we came to this cursed land. This has now become our quest.
And where did you pick up my trail, may I ask?
Outside a small halfling hamlet, I believe.
Halflings? Your friend is the first halfling I've seen outside of Phandalin.
It was the caravan folk that said they'd seen your colourful caravan.
Vistani.
Yeah.
I am torn by the Vistani. Some are to be trusted, others are not.
Yeah, I've not had any. As far as I'm aware, we haven't had any problems yet. We spoke to a sort of fortune teller woman
He seems quite interested in that.
who gave us some quests that may aid us in our mission to rid the land of curse of Strahd. And I'll sort of list off the sort of the information we got about the missing child and the item that we're looking for.
The sun sword.
The sun sword and the dizzy heights and
my own research tells
Tome
me
of
that
Strahd.
these items are powerful items that can be used against Strahd if you can find them.
And
I
do you
myself,
believe they're true?
I believe they're true. There seems to be enough legend and myth, and there is always some truth. Personally, I feel the stake through the heart is the best end for a vampire. But even then, you must chase them to their crypt. They will turn into a mist and slowly reform over, a decade, a year, a decade, a century. But they will reform unless they are finally destroyed in their crypt.
So is and I'll go through it. Do you know these items, where they could be found, and any
Not
more?
yet. I'm still myself searching.
Is there any more information that we may have that may aid you?
You see he's thinking, and he sort of picks up a couple of his books and flicks through them, and he's like,
Not that we've been here as long.
I understand there's some sort of mansion to the southwest of this town I've yet to visit.
Yes, that is where we was potentially going to visit in the hope of
Finding a paladin.
finding this fallen paladin.
Potential ally, perhaps.
It was told Strahd's enemy were aiding the battle against this fallen paladin was supposed to be in a dead dragon's lair. It was all a bit cryptic, these messages, but the hunters share the bar downstairs said they remember a statue of a dragon outside this mansion. And
I believe the place is called Argen Vostholt.
it's a location that's on our places to visit.
It is rumoured to have been the base of operations for the Order of the Silver Dragon, which is all I've ascertained. It was believed that a silver dragon lived there in human form, and when the armies of Strahd centuries ago attacked this valley, he fought back with his Order of Paladins. He used his wealth and his good nature to rally people to the cause, but Strahd could not be stopped, and Strahd destroyed the dragon, and after that all tales of this place cease.
We've heard about
this is all I've learned.
Dragons.
Oh yeah.
They're in our books. We've got
Yeah,
one
it's in one of
books.
his
They're on
books.
the
It
books.
is one of his books.
Is there anything you can tell me about this like bodyguard of the Baron?
Yeah, Strasny. Something is. I can tell that he's an naturally evil person.
I noticed that doll today.
Chaotic evil.
That doll is as a spitting resemblance of Ismark's sister from Barovia.
I believe I briefly saw them when you arrived a couple of nights
We
ago.
brought them from Barovia to here for more of a safe, hopefully a new start and a more hopeful start for them. But that doll, it matched. It was uncanny, the resemblance.
And you say this doll was for Isaac?
Well, that's what your friend Blinksy said. And that worries me somewhat, that maybe he is somehow related with Strahd. Or
I do not know. I believe there is something else at work with that man. He's not natural, and I might have to destroy him at some point.
Good luck with
You
that.
can certainly try.
But it's just that he had a missing sister, and this storyteller also told us of a missing child that could be.
Missing children seem all too popular in this land.
Yeah.
But ain't that the truth?
It's known to be a game of vampires, not just here, but on the Sword Coast.
Have you heard of any other missing children in any of the villages that you've been to? Well, the two villages you've been to.
Not in Valaki, no.
No.
You must understand. I've been getting in with the people here,
Ingratiating
myself,
Yeah.
and putting out feelers. But the whole time I cannot reveal who I am. And at that, he puts his hat back on, and it's that shimmer.
What's that?
And suddenly you got the elf there again with the pointed ears, the half elf.
Be handy if he. Wonder if he knows anything about the Morning Lord.
What about
religious
God?
side of things.
Yeah. Whether that holds any sway, if he's got a theory on that.
Morning Lord. Do you feel
Or the
that
Sun Lord or whatever it's called.
It's the
faith
Morning
of this
Lord.
place
Mother of the night.
has any chance against Strahd?
Faith
The gods
will
of the
always
morning.
have strength against the undead. Even evil gods can give their followers faith against such things.
It's the only thing
But-
that keeps me going in this place. It's
And he says to you, your magic, have you noticed anything different about your magic?
Yes, it's changing its appearance somewhat when I've used
He
it.
sort of nods. Mm.
And do you know what that means?
I believe it's just an effect of this realm, this place.
I haven't had any ill effects or...
The few people I've spoken with don't seem to. It just seems to be the very essence of this place. It warps.
Yeah, it
Warps
troubled me at
appearance.
first, but I've almost come accustomed to it. But
Still works.
it's
doesn't
not. It is unnerving, but I can still I still feel the faith of my gods, although a little distant in this cursed place.
And he sort of nods. If your friends can be trusted, then by all means tell them that you've found me. Perhaps we can be allies, but for now I prefer to work alone.
Yes, well, like I said, we will continue with our quests, and maybe in some time we can have a discreet talk somewhere, and in your normal guise.
And literally as you stop talking, there's a flutter of birds right outside the window.
Oh, you're joking.
And then they're gone. Definitely birds. And a flutter of, and he looks at the window and goes, Caw. You see it's annoying. He slams the shutter shut on the inside.
Oh, dang.
And he says, he sees the concern. Don't be concerned about the ravens. I don't distrust the ravens, it's the bats. But still, I don't want people knowing who I am.
You don't distrust the ravens?
No, the bats seem more dodgy, don't they?
What are the ravens then? Because we've got this thing. There's this holy symbol of ravenkind as well.
And there's only Kenku here.
There's a holy symbol of ravenkind. There's something to do with...
Ravenkind,
I don't know what.
Wonder
I've
if
just
there's
got it
any,
written in
Tome
my...
of Strahd.
I wonder if
Is
there's
it to
any
do with the
Kenku
Tome of Strahd?
I
I thought it was.
wonder if there's any Kenku.
No, I've got it
in
written
Barovia.
underneath.
Yeah, there was a bit of confusion when we wrote it down, I think. The holy
I
symbol.
don't think it will be Kenku.
Tome of Strahd.
It's a symbol.
Of Ravenkind.
The holy symbol of ravenkind, isn't it?
So you don't think the ravens are spies of this?
No,
Oh, that's...
I'm still working on that. I believe they might be linked to something else.
Well, at least that's a little less worrying.
Something else.
in,
We need something else, clearly.
in our
Any more plot
ever-growing
lines
worries.
in this game you haven't heard about
So,
yet?
Well, at least we can cross off the mystery of
let's
Rudolph.
return to the bar, so no further suspicion is put
Yeah.
upon yourself.
He sort of rolls his shoulders a bit,
Do you want
puffs
to?
himself out, and
Have you got any ideas of some sort of facade as why we were up in this room?
private conversations. No one else's business. If anybody asks, that's all you have to say. You come back down. He just makes a point and laugh as you're coming down the stairs and pats you on the back. And you sort of head back over to the table, and he sort of
And I sort of say it. Not, I won't shout it, but I'll say it quite loud. I told you you'd like the story. I told you. You can use that one.
He says, "Oh yes, I'll use that later tonight." And everyone sort of looks up like, "Oh, a new story."
I mean, the old...
Aaron, 4 glasses of your wonderful home brew.
with a pained expression.
He looks like he appreciates him saying that, and and there's a bigger keg which has obviously got more in it, but it's just not the good stuff.
Yeah.
And he comes
Got the
over with a
toxic
tray.
symbol on the side.
Yeah, fire hazard.
Biohazard.
And Yeah, he
Is
brings
it like
that
cheaper
over.
as well?
Oh, it'll be cheaper,
Then
yeah.
you sort of see him, he goes out and it disappears out the back, and his wife comes out, and you can hear the sound of stuff being chopped up out the back where he's preparing some more food.
Yeah.
It's the only wine that when you ask for a glass of wine, it comes in a pint.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you sort of sat in the bar now, and it's quite busy. It's the busiest you've seen it since you got here. I don't think there was a breakfast tavern, was there?
And I'll just say to these two, we'll have to discuss our plans for tomorrow later on.
Yeah, I reckon.
When
I
we
reckon we
retire
should go
bed.
to that manor. I'd like to know what's going on at that manor. That's my gut tells me that. Talking of guts, what thinks you, gut?
You got the
About
wine
what, the
place or the manor.
Yeah, they're the top
Or that's it. They're the-
top travel to destinations, aren't they?
Well, the reason I want to travel is I want to take this guy.
Yeah, you want to
Mm,
bounce
I'll win.
him out. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of going to the wine place.
But if we go to the manor, we won't be able to leave him there because it'd be useless. That was why I was talking about going to the wine place.
Yeah, but don't forget the wine place ain't been making no deliveries, so I wouldn't bank on being able to leave him there.
No, but it's
Well,
better
I feel
chance
like
than
there's more of
an
a
abandoned
press-
mansion.
I feel like there's more of a pressing time
You
on
know,
the
it might
wine
be just.
thing,
It might
and
be the.
potential reward for the wine thing.
It might be the travel in between has gone
Yeah.
awry rather than.
Is it near
No.
Creswick? The
Well,
wine?
I don't know. Where was?
It was out west, wasn't it?
If I asked the
It's gotta
barman,
be out.
where's the wine wizards
It's
of the
got,
wine?
it's got to be out west because we've come from the east, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's not
It's-
any.
Give me a sec. let me grab
I
And
think
there's
it
no other road,
It
is
might
there?
be in Crutch.
Because this is the southwest place, isn't it?
That's the mansion, I
yeah.
believe.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, it can't be
He
Crutch.
sort of points over to this area. As you say, it's around here.
Oh, that's a vineyard
There's
on the map.
vineyards, yeah.
All right, and
It's
there's just sort of
massive.
buildings there.
That is a massive.
But is there a road that goes down there?
Yes, and he's
Yeah,
sort of, you
that's a
know,
little
What is it?
the red roads, yeah.
It just seems to stop.
Peter's out a little bit, but maybe it's just a track
maybe it's
at
just
that
the map.
point.
It might be the map. It's just not the most accurate because it potentially goes there as well, but it don't seem to. Perhaps they
Just to
haven't
get
taken
small
that
at
path.
that point. It
Perhaps
just
these are paths that have not been trodden by the guy who made the map. And he sort of went to there and went, oh no, I'm coming this way.
Well, no,
Or
isn't that?
sort of went a
It's
bit down
marked
there and went,
next.
oh no. I don't know.
Fair enough, Richard.
just it looks like that's just like becomes more like a bit more of a
It
It
foot
does, you know,
track.
it goes down a way and becomes a bit of a trail.
Yeah, look,
Alright.
see
That's
there-
becomes a
probably not
trail.
right.
Just a
though, 'cause
smaller
that was
path.
walked
There-
up to
that- there-
Strahd's castle.
there's like a dashed line
yeah, there is
almost.
a
It
little
goes down.
dotty
It goes
line.
down to that sort of like stone circle looking place down there.
Stonehenge.
Look, that looks a
Oh,
bit iffy.
Yeah, we
there
could
is little
travel to
dotted
the. I
lines.
kind of like
So they're
that.
more footpaths. Okay.
I reckon we could go
Well,
to the.
that would be my suggestion.
Because I think there's more pressing time on the
I
wine
know
thing,
it's.
a potential reward, and more of a place to leave the
well,
guy.
yeah, it would give us a little bit of funds potentially, keep us going.
What about that old woman with the pies in Barovia? That
Well,
village
she's
of
not-
Barovia, isn't it?
Yeah, she wasn't there when we went there, and she's not here.
Yeah,
So
that what?
she
Yeah.
might have been a.
I mean, what could
Was
she
she
be?
a Vistali?
Nah, Vistani, nah.
She was described as a bit of an old woman with a cart. You know,
I'm
with
putting her down as a sinister pie woman.
I mean,
they smelled good. Whoever describes it, they did smell nice.
The sinister
Yeah, I
pie
don't
woman.
believe
but no
this
one
woman's
by
selling.
one looked happy.
I'm going to keep her as old pie lady for now. I'm not putting sinister.
She's
I
sinister.
Because you
more
can't bear the
forgiving.
thought that anyone that sells pies would be evil.
No,
I
not having it.
don't.
Depends
Yeah.
what sort of pies. If they're pastries or hand pies, or
Yeah, I mean, what if
if they're just wolf pies, or. Sort of
I'm just saying,
fingers and
I am
toes
not
pies.
trusting any old ladies in Barovia.
yeah,
I've
that,
just got a blanket clause on that.
That's just
I'm
stereotyping,
willing
Yeah.
to bet.
Yeah, and if she's got dodgy teeth and kind of a stooped over stature,
I'm willing to bet 10
Like
gold
most old-
that woman is
most
a
old
hag.
ladies.
Give them. You got to give them a chance.
No, I'm betting 10 gold.
I like
She's
the steampunk
selling some
Rudolph.
dodgy
Yeah.
pies.
Listen,
She's dodgy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, chill.
Right, so
And all the
what are we
people
actually
that
suggesting
sample her pies don't look happy afterwards.
Yeah, what is she putting in them pies?
And that's not natural. You know, if you have a pie and
They
you
must
don't
have a
look
low
happy
hygiene
afterwards,
rate.
it's definitely
It's
something
really
to
tough.
miss. It's
A
definitely
couple of
something
young
to
noblemen
Oh,
are
gosh.
sort of causing a bit of ruckus in the day. Look sort of smart.
miss. In the bar,
Yeah,
What's
they're
going
quite
on?
loud.
Bar
And,
five!
not
you
having
can hear
that.
someone say, "You'll end up in the stocks."
Oh, come on.
And they won't, he wouldn't dare, he's too scared of our mother. And there's like a proper
This
sort of
sounds like
laugh.
fun.
And they're obviously leathered, they've probably been in here a good while.
yeah.
And he goes, yeah, everyone's got to attend did I say the West Gate was getting thrown out?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Everyone's got to be at the West Gate at dawn. It's the Baron's orders. Oh, I give a monkeys, I'll be in bed, I ain't getting out of bed for all that toss. You know, they're quite bravo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
we
can see
seen
people shaking their heads, oh, they'll end up in the stocks.
Have we seen them in here before, these?
No. They're all right, couple of bravos as well.
Right.
That's it. Don't you worry about that idiot. And
Too frightened of their mother. Who would that
Tavo
be?
don't say anything about him, does he?
no, he just looks over and he sort of, sort of scratches his chin like they might be someone to watch. So they don't seem bothered by the Baron. So he's sort of, and
We want to find out who their mother is, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem a bit odd.
and
Anyone?
that we'll call it a night. I think it's getting on for 9:30.
Whoa, the mysterious bravos in the town.
I don't know what they're named down now, so I ain't fluffing for it next week.
Two noble,
Very cool. The plot thickens.
nobles with powerful mother.
Oh, you lost the page.
So was it? So was it the nobles saying they wouldn't go to
Yeah.
the thing?
And that, as they say, is a wrap. Big thanks goes out to you, the listener, for taking a bit of time out of your day to listen to old Spike Pit. Take care, and I'll catch you later.